very tip of a quiet mountain stood a peak that wore the sky like a soft shawl. There, on a sun-warmed ledge, lived a calm mountain goat with a coat as pale as cream and as soft as wool. Not far away, a peaceful eagle rode the warm breeze, his eyes patient and kind. In a burrow beneath a pine, a gentle marmot peeked out, calm and curious. They shared the same home on the mountain, moving to its quiet rhythm, deep breaths, slow steps, and the soft hush of evening coming on. As the sun began to bow toward the horizon, the three friends gathered to watch the day melt away, painting the sky in orange and pink with a warm, forgiving light. The air grew velvet soft, like a blanket laid over the world. The goat's light hooves tapped softly as he settled on the sunny patch. The eagle landed on a stone crag facing the south wind, feathers still as if listening to a distant lullaby. The marmot wriggled onto a cushion of moss and tucked his paws into the warm softness. They watched the sun slip behind the ridge, letting the light slide over the rocks and turn them to gold. The peaks held their glow with patient care, and the day's busy sounds faded into a gentle, steady heartbeat, mountains calm, pulsing quiet. Nearby, they found something gentle together. A circle of smooth stones lay like sleepy eyes closed in rest. When a breeze passed, the stones gave a tiny, soft chime, as if the mountain itself was whispering a lullaby. The stones shone faintly with the last light, and a pale warmth spread over the three friends. They felt a shared peace rise up, slow as the tide. The marmot blinked softly. The eagle lowered his head, and the goat exhaled a long, easy breath that carried away any restlessness. It was as if a gentle invitation had arrived, inviting them to be still and quiet and very, very safe. Peace came not with a shout, but with a soft, patient glow. The goat laid down on the mossy patch and felt the ground cradle him, warm and steady. The marmot curled into a tiny, cozy ball, tucked beneath a leaf as if under a quilt. The eagle folded his wings and rested with one talon tucked beneath his chest, eyes drifting shut. The sunset kept its quiet spell pink, fading to lavender, gold fading to silver. A slow breeze drifted over the ridge, carrying the scent of pine and damp stone and sun-warmed earth. The three friends breathed together with the mountain's slow, deep breath, and the night began to listen in return. Star after star began to twinkle, small flames of light blooming in the vast blue. The marmot's fur shimmered with moon dust. The eagle's shadow stretched long on the rock, and the goat's soft breath turned to a pale, drifting cloud. A distant water murmur, a night bird's hello, and the whispering pines filled the air with a lullaby made of sound and scent and sight. They watched the twinkling sky until the world grew very still. The light grew faint, and the quiet grew even more gentle. The mountain itself seemed to lean closer, listening, as if it were about to tell a dream to each pair of sleepy eyes. Night gathered around the peak like a warm shawl of calm. The marmot settled into his mossy cradle with a soft clink of stones as he tucked his tail. The goat rested his head on the cool rock, his beard tracing a tiny, comforting line across the stone. The eagle settled on a pine branch, a quiet feathered pillow beneath him. The breath of the mountain slowed and slowed until every sound was tiny and near. A sigh of wind, a distant ripple, a soft, almost inaudible thrum of peace. In this moment of mountain peace, there was nothing to fear and nothing to do but listen, relax, and drift. They drifted into a deep, peaceful sleep, sleep, sleep.